Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're cracking the code on WeChat marketing for 2025. We're going to dive deep into the latest data and show you the strategies that are actually working right now. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get our heads around the sheer scale of WeChat. Then, we'll figure out who the users really are. After that, we'll tackle the biggest marketing headaches, and we'll wrap it all up with a clear, actionable playbook you can use. All right, first things first, let's talk scale. To really get why WeChat is so important, you have to understand just how massive its universe is. And honestly, the numbers are just staggering. Let's just start with the main event. 1.67 billion monthly active users. To put that in perspective, that's not just an audience, it's practically a digital nation. For any brand that wants to be in China, this isn't optional, it's absolutely essential. And check this out. That huge user base means WeChat has a 92.7% penetration rate in China. It's everywhere. It reaches pretty much every demographic you can think of, which is a level of market saturation you just don't see with any other app on the planet. So people have the app, but are they using it? Oh yeah, we are talking about over 120 billion messages zipping back and forth every single day. This just proves that WeChat isn't some app that sits on a phone screen, it's the command center for daily life. And that leads to this crucial idea. WeChat isn't just for messaging, it's a super app. Think of it as your wallet, your social network, your shopping mall, and your personal assistant all rolled into one. You almost never have to leave. So we've got this massive, super engaged user base. But who are these people? I mean, to really do this right, you've got to understand the person on the other side of that screen. Now, this is where it gets really interesting for marketers. Sure, the core audience is that super active 20 to 40-year-old group, but look at that. The over 50 silver hair market is growing fast. And for a lot of brands, that's a huge untapped opportunity. So what do users want most from the app? It's not even close. Number one is convenience. The ability to do literally everything in one place is king. Of course, right behind that is the social part, connecting with people. And you can see how deeply this is woven into daily life. The average person opens the app more than 30 times a day and spends over 2 hours on it. And here's the kicker for us. 60% of them are getting info about brands right here, and almost half have actually bought something on WeChat. You'd think with an audience this big and this hooked, marketing on WeChat would be a walk in the park, right? Well, not so fast. The reality is it's become a really competitive and tricky maze to navigate. So let's get real about the biggest roadblocks. We're going to break down the 4 main challenges that pretty much every business runs into, and there's some serious data behind them. This table really spells it out. First, it's getting way more expensive to find new customers, which kills your ROI. Second, everybody's content is starting to look the same, so users are just tuning out. Third, you work hard to get a user, and poof, they're gone. That's a leaky funnel. And finally, your customer data is scattered everywhere, so you can't get a clear picture of anything. Okay, so that's the bad news. But how do you actually beat these challenges? Don't worry, we've got you. Here is your 5-step playbook for 2025, and this is all based on what the top brands are doing to win. But first, you gotta realize that success doesn't look the same for everyone. For a small appliance brand, success was jacking up customer retention from 55% all the way to 88% just by focusing on service. For a giant like Xiaomi, it's about managing a massive fan community to build incredible brand loyalty. All right, so here it is. These 5 keys are your roadmap to success. It starts with trust, then moves to video, adds in a smart service model, gets clever with targeting, and it's all powered by good, clean data. Let's quickly hit each one. So, step 1 is a big mindset shift. The days of just blasting ads are over. You have to provide real value. Think like Starbucks, sharing exclusive offers, or Gree, providing helpful reminders. It's about building a relationship, not just yelling about a sale. Number 2 is a non-negotiable. You have to get serious about short-form video and live streaming. This isn't just a trend, it's becoming the main event. It's where all the attention is going and your brand has to be there. Third, you've got to get the right mix of bots and humans. Use AI as your super efficient frontline to handle the easy stuff, but always have a real person ready to jump in for the tricky problems. This way, you're fast, but you don't lose that personal touch. Fourth, stop treating everyone the same. The data is clear. When you segment your customers and talk to them directly, you can see conversion rates jump by up to 3 times. And again, don't sleep on emerging groups like the silver hair market. They're a huge growth opportunity. And finally, the fifth key is the engine that powers all of this, the right tech. We're talking about a social CRM. Basically, it's a tool that pulls all your scattered customer data into one place. This gives you one single source of truth so you can make smarter decisions and keep all that data safe. So here's the bottom line. Marketing on WeChat in 2025 is way less about broadcasting a message and way more about having a real two-way conversation. The tech is there, the users are ready, the only question left is your brand ready to talk?